Hey, it's Jeff at 650 Cycle. I'm doing some adventure riding today on the CB. Not really. I'm not an adventure rider guy. Just happened to be up at camp, our family cabin in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Had a deal with a guy in Wisconsin on a bike, and I sold one, and so we brought it up here, and Dad and I stayed. We had some chores to do up at camp, and so I said, let's bring the Honda, because I haven't had a chance this summer to come up and to ride up and back. It's a 500-mile round trip, and I've been wanting to do it on this bike just to see how well this bike does with that, how comfortable or uncomfortable it is. And there's the gate. It is camp therapy. Call that for a reason. We're coming up on 30 years with it, and it means a lot to our family and a lot of other people. It's a magical spot in the Upper Peninsula. It means a lot to all of us. So, oh, we got a sandy wash. Oh, this is a tricky trail on the Harley. I've had the Harley up here more than once, and this is the worst part of the trip. This particular section. I was up here this spring. Carla and I stopped on our way back from our trip, and it rained all night, and the trail coming out was really super slippery. She ended up walking, and just because it was so slippery, I'm like, I'm gonna put this thing down, because it was just wanting to slide all over the place. So we are just over an hour to the bridge, and then another 3 hours home. Maybe a little more today, because I am going to take the scenic route. I have not been on the bike enough this summer. I think I'm just over 5,000 miles on both my bikes. And it's August. So that means not enough ride time. So this is going to be another 250. This weekend, Nate and I are going down to Kentucky to see Buc-ee's. Mom and Dad stop when they go to Florida, and they always send me some beaver nuggets. And they're like, you should see this place. And I'm like, I've heard about Buc-ee's. So I decided to make it a destination this year for a motorcycle trip. And my buddy Nate said, hey, I want to go to Buc-ee's too. So that will be this coming weekend. I'm running out of summer real fast. Probably for this video, I'm gonna turn the video on for some interesting points. I'll probably stop at Lake Michigan. I always miss second gear on this thing. Probably stop at a spot on Lake Michigan where you can swim. I'm not gonna swim, but they have a beach area there, natural beach area. I'll ride over the Cut River Bridge, but I'm not planning on stopping. And then the Mighty Mac. And then like I said, I'm taking the scenic route, so I probably will just turn the camera on through those little towns or interesting spots or anything like that. There's a couple of little interesting points along the way that I might bring you along with. Oh, there goes a motorcyclist. We stopped and filled up at the local gas station, and there was a KLR 650 parked there. It was a newer one, and talked to the guy for a minute. He was a big fan of the KLR 650. He said he had one, still has it, and he bought another one. So the journey begins. This is 28. I don't know if it's US 28, whatever it is. It's a road, and the number designation is 28. What do we got? Construction up here? I'm gonna go down. I'm going to go pick up US 2 a little sooner than I normally do. particular town that we're coming up to is McMillian. And I think they're down to just the post office. There used to be a really good restaurant here, and there was another really good restaurant, and a bar restaurant, and it's just kind of dried up, which is a lot of the UP. The little towns have just dried up. They ain't there anymore. Yep, this is McMillian. There's the post office. There's 3 restaurants used to be here. Ain't no more. Definitely one of those if you blink you miss it kind of towns. It's usually got some interesting cars there. This is a great vacation destination for RVers. Lots of stuff to do here in the UP if you're an outdoorsy type person, fishing, hunting, kayaking, boating, all that kind of stuff up here. People love to come up here and camp and do that. My visor is just absolutely covered with bugs. It needs cleaned really bad. My dad pointed out on the way up, we used to be able to see all the way down into that valley, and those trees have really grown up. We can't see in that valley no more. I'm really interested in what kind of mileage I'm gonna get today. Most of my riding is gonna be 60, 65 miles an hour, but it's gonna be long stretches, not a lot of stop and go stuff. I typically get 200 miles on a tank of gas with this. So I have a place that I normally stop at on the Harley. The Harley's around 170. And quite often I'm rolling in there with the gas light on, but I get there, so. This summer, riding this, regardless of how I've ridden it, I'm getting in the 60s for gas mileage, miles per gallon. I wonder where this guy's going. Ooh, big bird. is 117. I'm taking this down. Ends up going through Engadine. Little teeny town. See you later, brother. This does not have is cruise control. Not a big deal because it's not that kind of bike. Somebody fishing today. Nope. Got some Amishmen. They got the 1 horsepower buggy out today. So this is Engadine. Ain't much to Engadine. I had to stop there. My camera went into picture mode for some reason. So it was taking pictures instead of video. That, I believe that's pretty much all of Engadine. Really hope that cement truck turns right. Or was really wanting to pass him, and then that truck turned, and oh, but you didn't see all that, so. This is 117 coming up to US 2. US 2 stretches, I believe it goes all the way west out into some of the western states. I know it goes, I don't know if that's what we picked up in Minnesota or not, coming back, but I know it goes quite a ways over. Honestly, on this end of the country, the northern part, Minnesota is the furthest I've been in anything. And the furthest I've been in a motorcycle, so on a motorcycle. Oh, traffic is terrible down here today. I should not have taken this road. This is a major road, and there is just a ton of traffic on it, as you can see. Ain't nobody coming, we're going. I missed the sign. I don't know how far it is to Ignis. This road used to be terrible, but they put in a bunch of passing lanes, which makes it much more bearable. You'd get behind that motorhome or RV doing 50 miles an hour, and you'd get 18 cars behind it before you could get around them. Maybe one at a time was passing, but it was just, I think there was a lot of accidents because of that, because people, they just would want to pass and run people off the road. I've seen that more than once up here. So this is pretty much the roadway scenery in the Upper Peninsula. A road with trees on either side. And if you like a road with trees on either side, then that's great riding. Yeah, I don't really like riding with all this traffic. If you take 28 over to, that goes all the way over to 75, there's way less traffic on 28. But you don't get down by Lake Michigan on 28, so I kind of wanted to hit Lake Michigan. There is a connecting road a little ways up here that we usually take, but that's usually because I have to stop and get gas on the way back, so. There's a place that I usually stop called Pickleman's, right there by Newberry. I'm doing 65, which is the speed limit. I got traffic building up behind me. Everybody wants to run 70. This will probably be the busiest road that I am on today. So far, the CB's been holding up really good. I mean, I didn't expect any problems. I don't expect any problems. I've been going for 40 minutes or so. And I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not fidgety. It's been pretty good so far. This bike's pretty easy to hold at a speed. I got it at 66 right now. It's pretty easy to hold. It's pretty easy to adjust. It has very good throttle response. So a little adjustment here, a little adjustment there, and easy to do. Oh, coming up on the Cut River Bridge. On a really nice day, you can stop. I just sat in traffic jam for 15 minutes, but the Cut River is right there. Can't see it, but you can stop here, and there's stairs that go clear down to the lake. It's pretty cool. Definitely, if you're in the area, stop. It's an interesting thing to check out. It's really, really pretty in the fall. That whole valley, you can see it's all just colors, and you know, the trees are turned. It really is pretty. So we stopped and went down the stairs a couple years ago when we were up here. I don't know if you can see through the trees. That's Lake Michigan down there. It's a pretty nice day. The bridge is going to be pretty nice today. There's always a breeze on the bridge. Sometimes it's moving a little faster than others. I don't think it's particularly windy today. So it should be a good crossing. I'm getting more comfortable with it. The Harley makes it really easy because it's such a big bike and it's so planted. And the last few times I've come across the bridge, it's been the weather has been really good, so I haven't had that issue of bad weather. I've ridden across it when it's extremely windy and raining and very inclement weather, and it ain't fun. It's a white knuckle ride for sure. I've been on the bike for a little over an hour. It's been like 60 miles at this point. I'm sitting in traffic jam for probably 15 minutes. Wait, they're working on the road, so they had it down to one lane. So far, not bad. Like, it's only been an hour. At these speeds, which I'm not typically riding at for a length of time, I think I might need to get some different hand grips. These are about wore out anyways. They got spots in them where they're just worn. So I have some maintenance things I'm going to do to this anyways. So that's just added to the list. Probably won't do it yet this fall, but over the course of the winter I'll probably do that. It needs a chain really bad, and I noticed just recently that the back tire has a really bad flat spot on it, because there ain't a lot of twisty, curvy roads in Michigan for me to ride. So what I do ride, nice bikes there. What I do ride ain't twisty. It's a little chillier down here by the water, as is typical. There is a fantastic place up here, Gustafson, smoked fish. And the parking lot's usually full because it is one of the best places to get any kind of smoked fish, jerky sticks, that kind of stuff. Cheeses, all of that is available there. And typically we stop, like to come up this way, and then we enjoy the up north treats at the cabin. Gotta chill. We're clipping right along, man. Speed limit 65. We're clicking along at 70. Honda don't care. Alright, this is the start of the beach area on 2. You can see Lake Michigan right there. Right there. There's a couple different areas. There's, I don't know, I think it's 4 or 5 mile section here where you can stop. This is a little rocky along the actual water's edge. I guess they put rocks down there to help with erosion, but you can kind of see, if you can see far enough up there with the camera. There's beach area up there with actual sand. But there's some ducks out there. I didn't see real close what was on that truck, but it looked like a coffin. Probably some kind of, I don't know. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. It looked like a coffin. Here we are entering the beachy area. It says watch for sand on road, because when you get high winds coming across here, it picks the sand up. There's a motel up here, right on the left. And if you look over there, there's like duny areas right there, and the motel's right in the middle of the dunes. Probably built before there was any kind of restrictions on that. Yeah, this is still kind of, they got rocks down there. Got some waves coming in today. Sometimes it's a little more peaceful than others. I've seen it much worse than that, that's for sure. Yeah, here's a Dune Shores Resort. It's always just covered in sand. I think they actually have a asphalt driveway or something, but it's just always covered in sand. wonder if I'm going to be able to get back out on the road. Take a little stretch. I am going to put my jacket on. Come up here and look. Lake Michigan, sandy beaches. That's what it looks like. Alright, onward and upward. Gotta take my Instagram picture. My picture for the gram. Oh, that's a nice picture. And get a whole long line of cars I gotta wait for. Man. Up to the bridge. It says all clear. That's good. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but it shows up on the right a little bit every once in a while. There is a place in Mackinac City, which is on the south side of the bridge, that I tried to get Carl to stop and eat there with me, and I've not eaten there. It looks like a unique place to eat, so I'm kind of hungry right now. Not like starving, but I think I'm gonna stop and eat there so that I can say that I've eaten there. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get to it. Going a little fast. Hopefully he turning around for me. This is the, I guess, the west end of St. Ignace. On the other side of 75 is probably the actual town of St. Ignace. This is where you get on the junction of 75, you get on the expressway to cross the bridge. I got my $4 in my pocket. Clyde's driving. I remember going there when I was a kid. They had this thing called a pizza burger. I think it was just mozzarella cheese inside the patty and some tomato sauce on it. But I remember it being good. Maybe because I'd never had one before. I probably have not eaten there since. Oh man, I'm just a little chilly today. I really wish I had more jacket. And I looked at the temps and I was wondering about that. I was like, I don't know, man. What do I need for a jacket? Oh, wonderful. We're pretty well backed up. We got 3 lanes southbound. Nobody wanted to get behind the camper. I don't care. Oh, that's cool. Nice rig. That was probably really loud. The traffic back up because I got to take my glove off to get my money out, I think. I'm going to try without it. There's just no easy way to do this on a bike. You got to pay to the left. You can't carry it with you on the way up here. So you have to have it in a pocket. There, I'll try that. I got it folded and tucked under my hand. As long as I don't drop it when I take my hand off the throttle, we'll be all right. Whee! Hey. Oh, it's a nice day out here today. We got a freighter moving along. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's another big boat over there. You don't always see boats, but well, we're gonna find out today how the Honda does on the mighty Mackinac Bridge. I can't see there being any problems. I've ridden other Hondas over this bridge. Hands back on the grips. We're on the grates. Not my favorite part of riding the bridge. It causes a lot of movement in the bike. I'm gonna actually move over because I got room. Oh, there. It's just. It's not terrible on the Harley. Honestly, it's not bad. But on this, it's like wiggling everything. And I think if I had to do it, I would probably do it at a much slower speed. I think the speed limit on the bridge is 45. I'm pretty close to that. Here we go. By choice, back out on the grates. If you can hear it, you can hear that tone changing. When you move from grate to grate, they sound different. Each one sounds different. Yeah, there's not much wind up here today at all. It's usually, there's always some wind because of what it is, but it's 12:30 already. That shouldn't have taken that long to get this far. All right, we're down on the approach now. Pretty good ride today. is it closed at? Because I gotta take the... I gotta take that exit. That's kind of weird. There's a cone over there. Maybe they're doing something over there. Don't know. Mackinac City. It's a vacation destination for a lot of people. Weekends are usually pretty full. I try to avoid the place. I always forget to cancel the turn signals on this thing. The Harley self-cancels on turns. I slept really good, but I'm still really tired. Yeah, just turn right in front of people, because that's what you do when you're on vacation. Eating an ice cream sundae. All right, here is the place up here on the right. Figure out where to park for it. I guess I gotta go down the street just a little bit and park. Wienerlicious. Do they got parking in there? I want to actually park in there. Big giant coney dog up there. Well, I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and then we will resume our trip. That was a pretty good coney dog, I must say. This is Mackinac City, and this is what Mackinac City is all about. Getting as much money as possible during those summer months between Memorial Weekend and Labor Day weekend. I'll be honest, I don't even like riding down through here at this point, but you see every one of these shops out in here. Yeah, there's a Zips Mackinac City. There's a Mackinac Island. We have to take a ferry over there. You have to ride bicycles, horse-drawn carriages, stuff like that. Oh, some cannons. Mackinac Crossing. I don't get down here much. We stopped a few years back. It was very touristy stuff to do. Ain't my thing. The only reason I'm taking this route right now is A, for this video, and B, because it's just another route to get to where I want to go. I could have turned around and went the other way at Wienerlicious. Ended up at the same spot down here, so. Like I said, I don't get down here much, so it's kind of nice to cruise through and see what's going on. All right, I don't think I'm going to stop again until I get to Fairview. I'm at 81 miles right now? Really? Yeah, I've traveled 81 miles. I've used a gallon and a half. Yeah, if I'd went the other way, this is where I would have come out at. Speed note's only 45. We're gonna back her down a notch. Cheboygan, 14 miles. That is our next destination, I guess you could say. I really hate when people do that. They don't ever come to a full stop. They just keep rolling. And then I don't know if they're going to stop. I don't know if they've seen me. I assume that they're just rolling and not wanting to stop, but you never know. This is kind of a neat route. It follows the Lake Huron. So anytime to the left that you see a body of water, it is Lake Huron. One of the 5 Great Lakes. Comfort on this bike after 80 miles. We left at 11, it's almost 1, with a couple stops and traffic jams. We're behind schedule. I don't really have a schedule, I just have some stuff I got to get to the post office before 5. I was kind of hoping to get home, take care of that. What average? I'm averaging what my computer says here is 61 miles to the gallon. Is my average at this point. That's usually pretty close, and I would guess, considering how, like I've been running 60, 65, so, and sometimes 70 at times, so I would imagine that my mileage is down. I have a feeling it's going to get a little better during this stretch because I'm doing 55, 60. Rolling into Cheboygan. Don't know a lot about Cheboygan. Alright, my throttle hand's getting a little sore. I'm probably 3 hours from home at this point as well. Probably, if I'm lucky, it's 3 hours. It is a choice I have made and a life choice that I'm gonna live with. You know what? I'll point those things out, but that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying myself, and it doesn't mean that I don't love riding motorcycles, because I love riding motorcycles, doing this kind of stuff. And yeah, I've chosen to do it on one that isn't necessarily its strength. I know my dad thought I was crazy. He's known me my whole life. He should know that I do dumb stuff all the time. Got the yellows on. I'm gonna say I don't have to stop. I don't know why they're driving around with their yellow blinks on. Maybe she forgot to shut them off. Don't know. They got BC Pizza up here. There's BC Pizzas in Bay City too. Oh wow. Every town should have a speedway. Wow. I don't know if they know where they're going. It makes me really nervous. I'm semi-familiar with this town. I've been through this route a couple times as an adult. We used to be part of a hunting camp. If you keep going east out of Cheboygan, we had a cabin, we'd come up there, and then our big trip was to the Kmart in Cheboygan. What are we doing here? Somebody's playing in the street?